Richard.
Richard, so what's happened with your knees?
Well, I'm a builder, I'll lay bricks. So, of course, I'm kneeling on this knee for quite a few years. And 8 years ago, it swelled up, and I went to the doctors. And, well, I went to the doctors about 8 months ago, and turned around and said, it's not ready for operation yet. So I've done a new knee, it's still the old knee. But every now and again, it swells up and everything else. And to say it's about 16th of an inch away from moving together.
Right.
And so, of course, this pain is from this pain because I'm doing this leg more than anything. I can't kneel down on this knee.
Right, okay. So is your left one the worst?
The left one the worst, and
Right.
I'm getting to it now.
So I'm going to get that one so good, you then tell me now this one's the worst, and then we'll fix that one.
Right.
The surgeons, I mean, I don't know why, it's one of my favourite things to work on these. I have no explanation for it, but I think it's because it's so mechanical and it's relatively easy to fix. There was an American knee surgeon that a few years ago, and I do mean, at least 20 years ago, might even be 30 years ago, let's say he had a dozen people lined up for surgery. 6 of them, he opened them up, just sprayed them with saline, salt solution, closed them up. The others, he did the knee surgery. Both groups recovered equally well. But the thing that does my head in is, what made him even think to do that? Yeah, what is it he's seen in his days that he thought to do that experiment? All right, God bless. That's it. Right, Richard, any sensation in there yet? Any warmth, any tingling? What's happening for you?
No, it's a good shout.
Right, okay. So the feeling I have in my hands is what I feel when somebody's got arthritis. I feel, to me it's like, if you're coming from the snow, having had a snowball fight, and you put your warm up too fast, you get the hot eggs. My parents used to call it hot eggs. That's what it feels like in my hands when I work on arthritis. Arthritis is just a label, it's not a thing. It's a label that's given to a set of symptoms. Okay. Now this is a little bit similar to one of the other healings tonight in terms of my hands are a good distance apart. So the surgeon, I'm sat here, one of the surgeons is with me, another surgeon's right over Richard doing the work, and he's just pulled out a piece of material, probably about 3 inches long, at its widest point, 1/2 inch wide. Right, have a walk around and see how that knee feels.
Well, it feels a lot better getting up anyway.
Yeah.
Usually it goes straight away. Yeah, what better.
Isn't that good? That one's better than the other one now, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah.
That didn't take long, does it? You see, if you were a doctor, would you not come and talk to me? Would you not want to be curious? There we go. And in New Zealand, people pay to go to see the doctor. And so it can be cheaper seeing me than seeing a doctor. You go to the doctor, all you get is a diagnosis and a prescription. You see me, you get fixed. So I'm busy, as you can imagine. All right, so what the surgeon doesn't try and fix you, all right, because that will be ego. All the surgeon does is he scans, he feels, and your own body's higher wisdom draws from the surgeon the energy you need. We are not just these physical bodies, we're spiritual beings, and you can feel how the energy in this room feels. You could nourish yourself just from the energy in this room. You can feel it feels good energy in here, doesn't it? We'll get to the end of the night, none of you will want to go. You'll just say, we'll just stay a bit longer because it feels good. It's like when you go to a certain person's house and you just want to stay, and others you can't get out of there fast enough. And the thing that got me over the years is that, you see these fabulous church buildings, then I've gone in and I've actually felt uncomfortable in there. And I've met people that are supposed to be off the cloth, and it's like I know that they don't know God. Yeah. So it's been an interesting journey. It's been a very interesting journey. And I'm not saying that's true of all churches or all people, but it's puzzled me. It's puzzled me. getting a little bit hot. Have you got any heat in there yet?
In this one, yeah.
Yeah, they just, you see, they treat both knees differently. Both knees have got different things wrong with them. And this one, they're just using a little bit of heat. So it beats being a bank manager, that's what I can tell you. I consider that purple powder fell into my lap. Of all the people that could have found it, it crossed my path 3 years ago, and I'm probably one of the few people on the planet that would understand just how powerful it is. All you do is you take it in water like you've done tonight, on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, and then you can tell me what it does for you. If I make claims for it, trading standards will be on my case big time, and that product will probably be seized. It's what happens with anything good. In New Zealand, we had this amazing product called Bloodroot or Black Salve that worked tremendous results on skin cancers. Tremendous, absolutely tremendous. And so MedSafe took it away. Here in the UK, you've got a guy who's created something called GC-MEF that works with cancer. Yeah, he got look for a video, it's called The Persecution of David Noakes. You'll find it on YouTube. He took 8,000 people who were stage 4 terminal cancer, and he put them on his treatment, which cost £380 as opposed to 40,000 for chemo. Yeah, he wouldn't take anybody who wasn't stage 4 terminal, you know, where the doctors had said, no, we can't do anything else. 8,000 of them. Nobody died on his trial. People started getting well. So the Ministry of Health goes in, 14 raids on his premises, confiscates all his assets, threw him in jail for 5 months. It's like, the man was doing some good. Be curious, Ministry of Health, yeah? Right, there we go. Give that a go.
Well, that one's all right, Mars, yeah. It's
Yeah.
cracking as well.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Right, now try them both out together. Sit and have a walk around.
Oh, what time it is? It's a lot, it's that, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can I kneel?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the...
Can you get up, Rick?
Well, that's the one to say, if I can get up on it and just kneel on it, because I've never been able to do that before.
Right, stop jumping.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Brilliant.
you.
Yeah, well,